So guys, now P2B is calling on the Inec to publish academic credentials and certificates submitted by party candidates. That means if your name was submitted to Inec should publish your academic certificates and credentials. This is to know those that forged the certificates, because Obi is so sure of himself that there's nothing you can hold against him till tomorrow. Obi has told the world, go and check when he was governor of Anambra State for 8 good years. You will not find anything like looting. You will not find anything like forgery. You can't find anything to hold him. Obi have challenged the whole world that they should come up with something that he have done wrong, and nobody have anything to hold against him. Now Obi is calling on the INEC to publish the academic certificates and credentials submitted by party candidates. Here says that publish academic certificates, credentials submitted by party candidates. Peter Obi tells INEC they should publish. Let's know those that are forging and those that are real. And here also said that group asks court to disqualify Tinubu from 2027 presidential election over forged school credentials. And here said that breaking the obedient movement today assured its supporters that the Nigeria Democratic Congress presidential candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Kwankwaso would be on the ballot in the 2027 election. This is the assurance to Obedience that Peter Obi and his mate Kwankwaso are going to be on the ballot box. And again, this man was seen on Arise News. This by Baba Galadima. He was asking a question about this issue of court giving, or let's say this issue of INEC trying to register NDC for no reason. So he was on that Arise News, and then he granted an interview where he said some things. He even said that he even said that judge that even declared that he should not be go unpunished. I'm going to watch that video and let me get your views in the comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.
The judge was very strategic and deliberate in pronouncing that judgment on Friday, so that by Monday we would have been barred from accessing the code or the INEC portal to which we will upload our candidates. I think the judiciary needs to do, the NJC needs to do a lot of soul searching, in the sense that some bad acts within the judiciary will tarnish the image of the judiciary. I think certain things, certain actions of certain judges must not go unpunished. And we as a political party are taking this calmly, and we presume that we will prevail at the end of the day, because I don't think this judgment can stand any test of time or judicial review by an upper court. However, Dr. Abati, there is something that a lot of Nigerians ought to have noticed. For example, I have kept away from the press for quite some time, either print or electronic, because of the signs in the country that I see, coming from INEC, coming from the judiciary. And these signs were signs that had happened before in the life of this country. And each time it ends in a disastrous situations, when every citizen is complaining, when every citizen is dissatisfied, when every citizen feels alienated and intimidated, there God comes in and sorts out the Nigerian problem. We are very fast approaching that stage. And I'm afraid that those who run this country, that they are doing a lot of harm to themselves by bastardizing institutions of government. Look at what the INEC has just done to the NNPP, which has gone unnoticed. Unnoticed. If such things, or even look at the issue of state police, for which I have fought all my life, from 1987 Constituent Assembly to 2014 National Conference, and it was just passed like that without really looking at the nitty-gritty of that law. I am not very much concerned because most of the characters in the National Assembly were not matured enough when the Native Authority Police was used by the Native Authority or the regional governments of that time. If they knew, they wouldn't have put their fingers into this. And I assure the country that those who have a hand in this will pay dearly in the hands of state police. I'm sure some of the members of the National Assembly, when this law is passed, will never have the chance to visit their states. For some of us, there is nothing we have not seen, which we are going to see again in the twinkle of our lives. So, Dr. Abati, as far as the NDC situation is concerned, we learned that they gave us a code yesterday to upload our candidates. But it should go beyond this. I think the NJC, as an institution, should do a soul searching and really look at some of these judges in the face and deal with them. Not only punish them, but send them to jail because they are destroying the country. Any country that there is no justice, is in trouble. And definitely, some of us would not want to see Nigeria being dragged into that situation because we are too old to run, or some of us are too poor to cross the sea and survive in other climes of the world. We must remain here. So that is where my silence is stemming from for the last 2-3 months.
All right. Well, thank you very much for choosing to speak out now, Alhaji Galadima. But I'd like the leader of the NDC, Honorable Seriake Dixon, has released a statement saying that the NDC has now gone ahead to file an appeal and stay of execution. But in that statement, he said, our multi-party democracy must not die. We will not allow desperados and mercenaries parading as political leaders to destroy our hard-earned democracy. Would you agree that this court judgment is a move towards a one-party state? Is this what the opposition or what the ruling party would like? And then how can we, as a people, the law, Inec, ensure that we enjoy a multi-party democracy?
Well, I hope I'm speaking to Ayo. Am I correct?
Yes, this is Ayo.
Hello?
Yes, sir, it's Ayo.
Thank you very much. I think most of us in this country do not also remember the past or definitely listen to voices of reason. For the last 2 years, I had been a vanguard of criticizing the APC and its government. Because from the day, 29th of May, that President Tinubu was inaugurated as Nigeria's president, he started politicking, not delivering service and democracy dividends to the people of Nigeria. And they have started changing the goalposts. That is why nobody in Nigeria would know where we stand. And I have been on record that it doesn't matter what they try to do, that democracy must outlive them. It doesn't matter. And I have also said times without number, in fact, even on this platform, that the president never wants to compete with anybody. He will try to destroy all opposition candidates, all opposition political parties, and he's been actively being supported by the National Assembly. Now they are dragging, or they've dragged the judiciary into it as a complementary part of the larger picture that this APC and its government is trying to create for the people of Nigeria. Democracy will survive whether APC or Tinubu is trying to subvert it. It will survive and it would outlive them. I want to tell the world that it doesn't matter what they do, that there will at least be a candidate for this election. And that candidate, all the opposition forces, all the opposition parties will support that candidate. What pains me is that the opposition political parties themselves are fighting themselves instead of fighting our common opponent, that is the APC and its government. You can see that a political party will now go to court and challenge why another political party is being registered. And I keep on saying, are those people in their right senses? They don't wish for others what they wish for themselves? Because you are not registered, you take another political party that was registered to court. These are issues that we should condemn. And condemn those people who do this. Or a political party celebrating that some bad luck has fallen on another political party. What I am suggesting, and what I have suggested times without number again, is that we should be our own brothers' keepers. And that I have made suggestions times without number when the NNPP and the ADC were having talks of how to cooperate and promote democracy in Nigeria. And I said that we must approach this government like a hydra-headed snake, such that since it is their motive to dismember all political parties, that if we approach them like a hydra-headed snake, and I used my fingers, they chopped one head, 4 remaining. They chopped the next one, 3 remaining. They chopped the other one, 2 are remaining. They chopped the other one, 1 should remain. Before the election, the APC and its government cannot kill all political parties. And that whosoever remains, we must all come together and support that person to support this evil government of APC. But we are not doing enough even among ourselves. We are fighting among ourselves over issues, over a food that has not yet been cooked, that some of us are trying to eat the raw material before the food is cooked. So that's the real problem.
Alaji.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
We're at a crossroads in our democracy.
Rufai.
Good to see you, sir. We're at a crossroads in our democracy where the judiciary is complicit. Till today, Peter Lifu, that gave that judgment against the ADC, that the Court of Appeal quashed, nothing has been done to Peter Lifu. Till today, even this judgment, nothing has been done to call to order what the judiciary is doing. That's one. I want you to speak to how a judiciary kills democracy. Secondly, please, I want you to share with us how the Native Authority Police was used by political elements back in the days to disrupt and dislodge their political adversaries. Because that story has to be told. Because this state police that we are passing before election is another way to be able to give a leeway to the governors and political actors. And we're all seeing it as it's coming.
Well, Rufai, you should know that nobody ever conceived the idea of state police to sort out security. If the Nigerian police, if the Nigerian military cannot solve security situations in Nigeria, I wonder how the state police would be able to do that. All that we know is that the president and the governors are looking for state police before the elections so that they use them as political thugs to attack the opposition and disrupt the election and kill democracy. I want people to know, and I was adult enough to see what had happened during the Native Authority Police. When elections approach, 3 months to election, the Native Authority Police will gather all the opposition elements in their territorial jurisdiction and lock them up. Some of them, they will just say, oh, you've abused the emir, or you've abused the chief, or you've abused the judge, or that you are wearing shoes when your village head was seated on a chair. Then they will clamp all of them into detention. And I want to tell you that most Hausa people that you see all over Africa and all over Nigeria were a spillover of the misuse of the Native Authority Police in states like Kano, Katsina, and in fact, in northern Nigeria. That is why they had to run for their dear life to hide elsewhere. So this is something that really, and definitely, not only that, the state police could be used to even destroy the unity of this country. Because if there are certain states that only one tribe or only one religion will constitute the state police, such that other people from other parts of the country will have no liberty to live and do their businesses as enshrined and guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the state police, for me, it will create more problems, it will create more division, it will create more suspicion than... Yes.
All right.
It is no coincidence that the same week that Peter Obi called for the resignation of Bola Tinubu for the manhandling and mishandling of the Nigerian economy vis-a-vis insecurity and everything, the same week that serious pressure of being on this presidency, a court judgment springs out from nowhere in one of the worst states in Nigeria called Kogi, that its former governor was wanted by EFCC and is currently one of the besties of the president, Yaya Bello, Kogi State. And in the court judgment, it's no longer news, I think everybody must have seen it, demanding Inec chip NDC out as a party from a group that is not a political party. How can a group that's not a political party claim that the logo, that the peace logo of NDC is their own? So therefore, Inec should remove NDC as a party. For Nigeria are serious clues though. But what beats my imagination is something that for someone people always use and say he came distant third. Why so much fear? Why are you so scared of this man that came distant third contesting for the presidency? It is simple for Nigerians, for all the unassuming Nigerians that are wondering, that if this man came distant third, he shouldn't be a threat to you, as you people claim. I see all their people go on major TV stations and say, Tinubu will win 22 states. Tinubu will win 100 states. Peter will not win 1 state. Why is he a problem to you? Why not want him to be on the ballot? But it's funny to me, right? But it's also important Nigerians to understand what is at stake. That these criminals in power will not go down without a fight. Many people have been saying that for so long, that a revolution is the way out, that you cannot take Tinubu out of the ballot, through the ballot. Why I tend to probably agree, I also understand the power of the people. We have not yet shown the power of the people. If the power of the people, which I believe they already know is coming for them by the next electoral cycle, so they are doing everything possible to make sure that the person that the power of the people will push through, they don't even appear on the ballot. Left for Tinubu, they want the election to be between APC and only our brother that are tormenting now. So left for them, or maybe APC and ADC, so they can use all the sentiment and say Tinubu and Atiku is the same thing, and there'll be no enthusiasm for Nigerians who want to come out and vote. That's what they're looking for. So Tinubu and gang, how far? Allow the man that came distant third now. Allow him. Why are you scared? Because you know the truth. You know what is coming for you people. You know what is coming for people? That you guys have been an absolute disaster that have destroyed this country, and your time and the gig is up. Pack your load, because one way or the other, you will be sent out of Aso Rock next year, either through the ballot or through the Nepal way. One way or the other, you will leave Aso Rock next year. Nigeria does not belong to you. It belongs to we the people. That is our turn, and we have decided that you have failed woefully, and it is your time to go. Your wife came out and said it now, that you've tried all your best, you're doing your best, and your best is in akara, kuli, and corn, abado. That's your best. Unfortunately, your best is not good enough for even a councillor. Not talk about a local government chairman, or a governor, or the presidency itself. Your best is calamity to Nigerians. Please, pack your load and go. And this is just my call to Nigerians. Please get ready. Because any moment from now, Nigerians should be ready to take back their country. If they're not ready to give us our candidate on the ballot, we said we're not ready to give them the country that they want. We should get into that mind frame that if Tinubu is not willing to conduct an elections, Nigerians should be willing and ready to pursue him even before the election time. We should be ready for it. This should start becoming mainstream conversations. Nigeria does not belong to Tinubu and Sons. It belongs to every single one of us. We are all equal stakeholders in this nation called Nigeria. No one is more Nigerian than the next person. No one. Not Tinubu, not Wiki, not those corrupt judges. No.
P2B is challenging everybody that you bring your certificate. Let's see if true you are real. P2B is challenging everybody. Bring your certificate. Let's know those that forged, those that went to school, those that not go to school. Let's see. Bring your birth certificate and bring your school certificate. Let's know who is real and who is not real. Guess what? Nobody have anything against P2B till today. P2B have given everybody the license. Go and verify me. Go and check when I was governor of Anambra State. Go back to when I started schooling. You will not find anything to hold against me. This is how sure P2B is about himself. This is how sure this man knew that nobody have anything to hold against him, because he knows that he was a righteous man. Though nobody is righteous, but P2B politically have proven to be a righteous man, because he has no record that anybody can hold. Because you can't tell me that DSS have not checked this man's record. You can't tell me that EFCC have not checked this man's record. But none of them came out with anything to hold against P2B. But we all know how many governors that have been arrested, that have been alleged to steal public funds. Many of them have been arrested, though some are not yet arrested, because we all know that Yaya Bello have been accused of stealing public funds when he was governor. But today, he is free and not been arrested. These are people that P2B is challenging himself with. Bring your certificate. Let's see what you have. Let's see what you have. Let's see if you are real. Let's see if you really went to school. This is what P2B is telling Inec. Publish school certificate of everybody that submitted their names as candidates ahead of the next election. Let's see who and who is real. Let's see who and who that is not real. This is all P2B is asking from Inec. And what do you make of it? Let me get your views in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe and leave a like. Like I said, P2B is still a man that knows himself. He knows that nobody has anything against him. He can beat him chest and say that he did not steal public funds, because nobody have any evidence that P2B stole public funds. Rather, P2B left office with a lot of money. He left them with money and left office without taking any kobo. This is a man of dignity. Like I said, I will see you guys in my next video.